Skips guns. Who the f does he think he is, man? Welcome to another episode of Please Take My Money, brought to you by Skips Guns. This is a Staccato. This is a ragged, haggard Staccato P. I think it looks really cool. This is done by Skips Guns with the Plague comp in it with the tri-top. First gun you just seen was the, hold on one second, the Atlas Hyperion with Scott V2 porting on it. These guns right here are the guns that I'm reviewing today, brought to you by Scott at SGZ Skips Guns. Let's get into the review.
If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break or shake or feel shameful. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me. They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Yes, we are back on another Skips Guns lore video. Just to show you guys, if you guys have one of these guns at home, maybe another gun, what Scott can do for you, what he can offer. Now, I titled this, Take My Money, because what Scott does to just a really, really good, already good Staccato P and an amazing anything Atlas, and he takes it up to 10. That's where I came up with the term, take my money, because hopefully at the end of this video, you guys will say the same thing on what Scott can do to your regular Staccato P, or if you're ballsy enough, your Atlas, Hyperion, Artemis, whatever have you. So let's get into the specs of these guns. Let's start out with the Staccato P, the ugly duckling of the group. I actually really like the way this thing looks. This has a Mad Max looking vibe to it. I really dig it, but he's actually in the middle of recoding this and everything, so that's why it looks the way it does. But as you can see, Scott did his tri-topping along with the comp. There is no front sight. He took off the front sight, and it's just an all-around good gun. So the grip here, the grip is actually his grip as well, and then this is a Atlas medium trigger that he actually cut down and to make it a super short trigger. I think the internals are EGW internals through a hollow sun light on it. Has shielded thumb safeties as well, so really good for putting your thumb on it when you're pressing out, get that leverage to keep this gun down. But let me tell you guys, the way that he retuned this, it shoots like a 10-22. You don't have to fight it. You know how you, like, when you go to shoot the gun, you do that? You don't have to do it with this. You literally can just grip it like you're just a regular handshake. Not like squeeze, but just say, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And just ride it out. Bang, bang, bang. And there's the slide just butter. The way Scott can tune things and takes them to the next level is just, it's the chef's kiss, man. The guy is a genius, and that's why I opted for him to send me some more guns. That way, if you have a Staccato P, you could pretty much make it a 4.6-inch Staccato XC, but cheaper. Let's get to the next gun. And the next gun is something I've never shot before, let alone owned, and that is the Atlas Hyperion. This gun right here, this is a V1. If you don't know what a V1 is, it's technically just like version 1. This is like Atlas's very first Hyperion that I've ever came out with. Scott said it's rumored to be like maybe the 1000th or maybe the 62nd Atlas has ever made back in the day. So this is a very old grip. This is a Chile grip. I think this is a Chile frame as well back in the day. Now Atlas makes their own grips, makes their own frames. Atlas is top tier gun manufacturing. But basically what he did was, when he bought this gun, I'll actually tag somewhere up here, I'll tag this this gun when he first got it. It didn't have a red dot on it at all, and it wasn't ported. So he cut it for a red dot, kept the Chile grip, changed the trigger out. I think he did some polishing and retuning to the internals, and then he did his V2. Now what his V2 is, if you guys are familiar with the Atlas Aries, it kind of has a similar port style to it. This is what Scott calls his V2, and I think it actually is perfect with the lines of the slide and then the tri-topping as well. If he would have plagued this, it would have got in the way of actually this hole right here, I believe. So he did a very good job with calling it with doing the V2. And let me tell you, I haven't shot his V2 yet until I shot this, and I'm telling you what, man, I'm gonna be sending one of my guns to get V2'd. He threw, I think, upgraded Atlas thumb safeties on it as well, Atlas mag, and then this annoying giant extended mag release and this really obnoxious gas pedal on it. Every gun that I own, every gun that I have in my collection pistol wise, I kind of rotate it in my everyday carry. So when I see something like this, I cringe because I can't carry something like this. This is just annoying. But the way that this works together with this, if you took this to any like competition, I don't even know if I don't shoot competition words, but if you took this, this thing doesn't move. It's like shooting an airsoft gun, and you'll see it here. If you guys seen the intro, we'll do some more shooting. I'm gonna take it out to some distance just to show you guys that even if you still port or comp guns, you can still shoot at a decent distance. And plus, I like to take these guns out and shoot far anyways, because that's like my thing. Shooting at a target, mag dumping from 5 to 7 yards really isn't all that is cracked up to be. I like to be accurate. So I have C-zone steel right here, taking out to 100 to 200 yards, shooting a target with a 4.6-inch barrel at a C-zone steel target. That does take accuracy. You have to know your gun, you have to know your ammo, and you have to know your holdovers. And that's what we're gonna do today in this video. So basically, Scott took this, I don't know how you take an Atlas, amazing Atlas build, and turn it up to 10. And basically what he did was he polished the internals, did a retune on it, cut it for a red dot, and did his coveted V2. You see it perfect. It's so good. So it's so smooth, so smooth. Enough talking. I think I've been talking for quite some time. Let's get some rounds on target. Some rounds on, you know what I mean. We're gonna start out with the Staccato P right now. And now I have a hodgepodge of different rounds from 115 to 124s all the way up to 147 grain, thanks to Callaway Ballistics. They are the sponsor of this video. I'm the sponsor of this channel when it comes to ammo. If you guys are looking for affordable, really good range ammo or self-defense ammo, look no further than Callaway Ballistics, man. But that being said, like I said, I have a hodgepodge of 115, 124, and 147 Callaway Ballistics ammo in here just to show you guys, just because you get your gun ported or comped, you don't need any special rounds, hot, spicy rounds. You can shoot 115 range ammo just fine with it. So, get loaded up. Got a target down range, about 15 yards out. Oh, forgot to mention what I'm wearing today. So, wristwatch check. I am actually rocking a Pepsi GMT Master 2. This is a blue dial. This is a white gold. Don't get me wrong on the reference number. I'm not going to talk about it. It's right here. But this is one of the dailies that I wear pretty much. And yeah, that's the watch. All right, same thing with the Atlas with this giant gas pedal. Got a hodgepodge, Callaway Ballistics. Is that not annoying to you? How many rounds we got left? None! None! I hate this. By the way, Scott, I know you get an extra 2 rounds, but like, slide lock is definitely necessary. I hate these mags. Hyperion, Staccato P, 25 yards. I think those groups are basically the same. I rushed them, as you probably heard, but in general, 25 yards, that's fucking stellar for ported and comped guns. We're a little over 109 yards right now, so I'm gonna shoot the Hyperion with the V2 and the 147 grain Callaway ballistic ammo. I say 147s because I like shooting a little bit of spicier ammo when I'm shooting distance. So let's see what we can do from almost 110 yards with the V2 Atlas Hyperion by SGZ. First try, boy. Come on! Scott, you know what you're doing, man. Staccato P up next. This thing's just phenomenal. 190-ish yards. Gonna run it with the Atlas. Come on, baby. Second shot, man. Oh, hey, it's me. Interrupting you. My SD card stopped. Yeah, it's Scott. My SD card stopped filming when I was at the range, so I figured I would drive all the way to West Virginia to come see this guy to talk about the Plague and the V2 port that he offers. So I'm gonna let the man talk about it. And first thing I'm gonna talk about, Scott. What is the purpose of the Plague?
So the Plague is pretty much an integrated comp system that we wanted to base off of something like the XC, where everything kind of works in unison. Once we time everything with some recoil springs, it really does come together to be a super flat shooting fast package. Really the way we started was going to be with a V2. Originally what we wanted to go with was a nice sleek package, something that you didn't have to do a lot of CNC work, and you didn't have to move the front sight. And the V2 is really a very effective package, but it wasn't as much recoil reduction as we wanted it to be. So that's when we kind of went back to the drawing board, and that's when the Plague came into effect, and we kind of just really built up something that was going to be as effective as possible for not a super crazy amount of price. And then that's where the price comes in, where for $400 you can go with the Plague, where we're pretty much going to do the CNC work. We're going to move the front sight back, and then we're also going to DLC the slide itself. No more spot coating. On the V2, that is going to be a $300 option, and then we recoat the slide itself as well. We can do Cerakote. I try to steer away from Cerakote. I really like to do either PVD or DLC. So, you know, kind of keep that in mind when you guys are ordering.
And then if customers are sending in their guns to get, let's just say, the Plague no tri-top with the DLC, what is a lead time they can expect?
So you're anywhere from like 4 to 8 weeks. We like to keep it kind of open. 4 is a pretty good couple of weeks, and then 8 is realistically what we have to do. We have to factor in the time of actually getting the slide re-DLC'd, which clearly takes some time, but...
Right. This mother... I think he knows we're filming.
Yeah.
So, essentially, $400 without the truck, so it's $400 to get it plagued, and then 4 to 8... Over 8 weeks?
Yeah.
So 4 to 8 weeks to pretty much turn your Staccato P into pretty much a very carry-friendly Staccato XC, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys have seen the footage throughout this whole video. I wanted to get him on the horn real quick so you guys can see actually why he did what he did and the turnaround time and how much it actually cost. That's kind of the question that I wanted to answer, with how much does something like this cost in the lead time, because a lot of people that, I'm not going to say any names, there are a lot of companies that port or integrated comp guns nowadays, their lead times are upwards of like 16 weeks, and they're a lot more expensive than what Scott is actually offering. So my advice to you guys is, if you liked what you guys seen, especially with the lead time and the price, reach out to this guy. I'll leave everything in the comments, pinned comments, and in the description box down below. Reach out to him while he still has good lead times, because, you know, he's slowly ramping up in popularity. So I'm trying to give you guys like an in on getting on this guy while you still can, before his lead times are like 16 weeks out. So it's a good product. He's a really good dude, good customer service. You guys really can't go wrong. So this is the Plague, and this is the V2, and I'm Ron, and that's Scott from SGZ Skips Guns. See you guys in the next one. Peace.